Have you ever wondered what it was like to live in the 1970s? From the vibrant fashion and iconic beauty products to the groundbreaking careers women pursued, today we're diving deep into the unforgettable decade. So stay tuned as we take a nostalgic trip back in time. And hello, my name is Laura. Welcome to my channel, Laura Jane Atelier, and today we're taking a trip back in time to the 1970s. Picture this: you wake up to Fleetwood Mac, style your hair with Aquanet, and head out in bell-bottoms and platform shoes. But what was it really like? Let's take a trip back in time to explore the day in the life of the 1970s. And now let's talk about the morning routine. So the day often began with the sound of a clock radio, waking you up with the latest hits from ABBA, the Bee Gees, or Fleetwood Mac. Music was a huge part of daily life, setting the tone of the entire day. Before heading out to face the world, the 1970s woman had a dedicated morning beauty routine. Let's take a look at some of the popular skincare, makeup, and perfume products that define the decade. First up is Noxzema, a staple in many households. This classic cleanser with its distinctive menthol scent was known for its deep cleaning properties. Women used it to remove impurities and refresh their skin, starting the day with a clean slate. And I feel like now that it's so hot out and basically the middle of summer, I feel like I want that just to refresh my skin after a long day in the sun. And Noxzema was loved for its creamy texture and cooling sensation, leaving the skin feeling invigorated and smooth. And it was a go-to product for both teens and adults alike, and it's definitely good for sunburns. And next we have Sea Breeze, and this was another popular choice. And this product was used after cleansing to tighten the pores and remove any remaining traces of dirt and oil. And it has a strong and refreshing formula, which was particularly popular among those with oily skin. I tried it, it was quite strong. It definitely dried out my skin. With a few swipes of a cotton pad soaked in Sea Breeze, women could achieve a fresh, matte complexion, ready for the next steps in their beauty routine. And after that, we have Pond's Cold Cream, another beloved product known for its rich, moisturizing formula. While often used as a makeup remover in the evening, many women also applied it in the morning for hydrating benefits. This versatile cream not only cleansed but also nourished the skin, providing a soft, supple base for makeup. And next up is Oil of Olay, which was another classic in the 1970s with its lightweight, non-greasy formula, and I love the vintage glass bottle back then. It just seemed more high-end when it was glass, in my opinion. I don't know, there's something about it. And a few drops of this iconic pink lotion smoothed onto the skin helped to lock in moisture and create a glowing complexion. And for those dealing with acne, Clearasil was the go-to solution. This treatment was known for its effectiveness in clearing up blemishes and preventing new ones from forming. Applied directly to pimples and problem areas, Clearasil's formula worked to reduce redness and sped up the healing process, giving women confidence in their clear skin. With skincare complete, now it's time for makeup. Foundations in the 70s aimed for a natural, fresh look. Max Factor's Pancake makeup was a popular choice for achieving a smooth, even complexion. Once the foundation was set, women reached for bold eyeshadows in blues, greens, and purples, creating dramatic looks that define the era. Maybelline's Great Lash Mascara and its iconic pink and green tube was essential for long, luscious lashes. And I actually have been using this mascara recently. I really like it. I like the wand. It's really good for separating the lashes. And blush added a healthy glow with shades of pink, peach, and coral being popular. Lips were often painted in glossy, vibrant colors. There was Revlon's Fire and Ice lipstick, which was a standout favorite, offering a striking red that captured the bold spirit of the decade. And the finishing touch to any look was a spritz of perfume. Scents like Charlie by Revlon and Love's Baby Soft were iconic, each offering a unique fragrance that left a lasting impression. Charlie by Revlon was a bold, sophisticated scent, perfect for the confident modern woman, and Loves by Baby Soft, on the other hand, was sweet and powdery, evoking a sense of innocence and nostalgia. With skincare, makeup, and a touch of perfume, women of the 70s were ready to embrace the day. These beauty rituals not only helped maintain a polished appearance, but also added a touch of luxury and self-care to their daily lives. And now let's talk about breakfast, now that you're ready to start the day. And let's look at what a typical morning routine would be when it came for breakfast. And kitchens in the 1970s were often adorned with bold colors like harvest gold and avocado green, setting a vibrant backdrop for the first meal of the day. And breakfast in the 70s was a blend of convenience and tradition, with a variety of options to start the day. For many families, breakfast cereals were a popular choice. Brands like Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, and Frosted Flakes were household staples. These sugary cereals were not only quick and easy, but also came with colorful packaging and fun characters that appealed to kids. A typical breakfast might include a bowl of one of these cereals topped with cold milk, sometimes fresh fruit like bananas or strawberries. And alongside cereal, a glass of Tang was often the drink of choice. This powdered orange drink, famously associated with astronauts, was a quick and convenient way to get a dose of vitamin C. Just a few spoonfuls of Tang mixed with water created a bright, tangy beverage that was a morning favorite in many households. And for those who preferred a more traditional breakfast, toast was a common option. Slices of white or whole wheat bread were popped into the toaster and then spread with butter, jam, or peanut butter. And eggs and bacon were also another classic that people like to have for breakfast, and this would be a more heartier option, maybe even on the weekends. And on special occasions, people even like to have pancakes with butter and syrup. I mean, I know when I'm splurging and want like one of those vintage style breakfasts, I'll definitely have the pancakes with the egg and bacon. And no breakfast was complete without a glass of orange juice. And again, the orange juice was super popular and a great way to start your day. Now let's talk about fashion. So what would you wear if you were starting your day in the 1970s and getting ready for work? So fashion in the 70s was all about expression, individuality, and breaking away from the conservative styles of previous decades. This era saw a burst of creativity, bold colors, and daring patterns that reflected the spirit and change and liberation. Women's wardrobes were filled with a mix of styles. You might start your day by choosing between a chic pantsuit, perfect for the office, or a flowy maxi dress that exudes bohemian flair. Bell bottoms with the dramatic flares were a staple, paired with platform style shoes that added height and style. And polyester was the fabric of choice, appreciated for its affordability and ease of care. And they came in bold prints and bright colors. There's something that's really heavy about the 1970s polyester, because some of my vintage clothes, I feel like you'd be sweating to death in that nowadays. But I have like a lot of more modern kind of synthetic fabrics, and I find them really easy to wear and more lightweight. And wrap dresses were popularized by designers like Diane von Furstenberg, and she became a symbol of female empowerment, offering both elegance and practicality, and I really do like her classic wrap dress. And pantsuits emerged as a powerful statement in women's fashion. These stylish ensembles not only offered a professional look, but also challenged traditional gender norms. Women were making their mark in the workplace, and their fashion choices reflected their growing confidence and independence. As more women entered the workforce, their roles became increasingly diverse. In traditional office settings, secretarial work was still common, but women were also breaking into new fields. They were becoming executives, journalists, and creatives, reshaping industries and paving the way for future generations. And creative industries flourished in the 70s, with women taking on roles as designers, artists, and advertising execs. And the 70s were definitely a time of significant progress for women in the workforce, definitely more than the 1960s, and their fashion choices from vibrant polyester dresses to powerful pantsuits mirrored the evolving roles and the era's spirit of empowerment and equality. Now let's talk about a little bit about pop culture in the 70s and what people would be listening to, watching, and consuming. So the 1970s were a golden era for pop culture, filled with the iconic TV shows, groundbreaking movies, and unforgettable music. And let's take a closer look at the entertainment that defined this decade. Television played a central role in daily life. Families would gather around the TV to watch their favorite programs, creating a sense of shared experience and community. Shows like Mary Tyler Moore showcased a single, career-focused woman, inspiring many to pursue their professional dreams. There was Happy Days, which brought nostalgia for the 50s, while MASH offered a mix of comedy and drama set during the Korean War. And then there's Charlie's Angels, featured a strong, independent woman solving crimes, breaking stereotypes, and empowering viewers. And of course, obviously the ladies from Charlie's Angels were super popular, including Farrah Fawcett. I kind of always think of the 70s as Farrah Fawcett in many ways. And the TV Guide was a staple in households, helping families keep track of their favorite shows and discover new ones. I vaguely remember looking through TV guides in the 80s and 90s. I kind of miss that feeling of like flipping through and looking at my favorite shows. And this was a ritual for many, and some people even collected TV guides. I remember on Seinfeld, I think George Costanza's dad collected TV guides. And the big screen was dominated by blockbuster hits that have since become timeless classics. And I think the 1970s was really the start of the blockbuster movies, especially the summer blockbuster, with the film Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. And it terrified audiences and became the first summer blockbuster ever, which is crazy. Star Wars revolutionized the sci-fi genre with its groundbreaking special effects and epic storytelling. And then there's Rocky, with its underdog story, and it inspired millions. It made Sylvester Stallone a household name. And I really love the look and feel of 1970s movies. It's definitely one of my favorite decades for film. And going to the movies was definitely a major event in the 70s. The excitement of seeing a new release on the big screen, complete with popcorn and a soda, was an experience everyone looked forward to. I mean, if you look at those old photos of the people lining up for Jaws around the block. And music was another cornerstone of 70s culture. Vinyl records were the primary medium of listening to music, and records stores were the treasure troves of new sounds and classic hits. The decade saw a diverse range of musical genres, including disco, with its infectious beats, and it was epitomized by the Bee Gees and Donna Summer. And there was rock legends like Led Zeppelin and Pink Floyd, who pushed the boundaries of the genre. Then there was ABBA's catchy pop tunes and Fleetwood Mac's emotional storytelling. And I really do love Fleetwood Mac. I feel like, again, the 1970s were kind of almost the height of Western civilization for music. The music, in my opinion, was so much better in the 20th century than now. I don't know. Listening to music was an immersive experience. Placing the needle on a record and hearing the first crackle was pure magic. Albums were listened to from start to finish, with each track contributing to the overall narrative and mood. Disco clubs were the epicenters of nightlife. The dance floors, illuminated by colorful lights and glittering disco balls, were packed with people dancing to hits like Staying Alive. 8-track tapes were another popular way to listen to music, especially on the go. Car stereos equipped with 8-track players allowed people to take their favorite tunes with them wherever they went. And books and literature also left their mark on the decade. Bestsellers like Jaws by Peter Benchley, The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty, and Roots by Alex Haley captivated readers and often made their way to the big screen. I'm actually surprised. I actually had no idea that The Exorcist and Jaws were books. And then magazines like Rolling Stone provided the latest in music and pop culture, while other magazines like Vogue showcased the era's trends of influential designers. And now that you've gone to work all day and you've been listening to your music, let's talk about the evening routine and home decor in your living room. So home decor in the 70s was all about bold statements and cozy comfort. And let's take a look at the design elements and evening routines that defined this vibrant decade. Wood paneling was a popular feature in many homes, providing a warm, rustic feel. I love those rumpus rooms in the 70s, all equipped with that wood paneling. ceiling, and walls were adorned with bold, eye-catching wallpaper patterns ranging from florals to geometric designs, adding a lively touch to any room. Then there were shag carpets with their deep pile and bright colors. You would even need a rake to clean those shag carpets. And these were a hallmark in 1970s home decor. And then there were sunken living rooms. I really love the look of a sunken living room, also known as conversation pits, and this became a popular architectural feature. Now I'm thinking in the movie Catch Me If You Can, when he's having a party and this lady talks about falling in the conversation pit, now I'm just realizing that was the sunken living room. And these cozy, intimate spaces were perfect for entertaining guests and relaxing. And furnishings included beanbag chairs, which were both fun and functional, lava lamps that added a touch of psychedelic flair, and these elements reflected the decade's emphasis on comfort and creativity. And then macrame was also very popular in the 70s, with intricate plant hangers and wall hangings showcasing the craft. House plants like spider plants and ferns were common, bringing in a touch of nature indoors. And as the evening set in, families would gather in the living room to unwind. Watching TV together was a favorite pastime, with shows like The Love Boat and Fantasy Island providing entertainment for all ages. And television sets complete with dials and rabbit ear antennas were central to the living room setup. Families would adjust the antennas to get the clearest picture possible, a family ritual in many households. And board games were another popular evening activity. Games like Monopoly, Operation, and the Game of Life brought families and friends together for hours of fun and competition, creating cherished memories. And hobbies like knitting and crocheting were common evening pursuits. Women often made Afghan scarves and other handmade items, adding a personal touch to their homes. And music was a key component of the evening atmosphere. Vinyl records were played on turntables with albums like popular artists including the Eagles and Marvin Gaye to set the mood. Dinner was a time for families to come together and share their day. Meals often featured dishes like meatloaf, casseroles, fondue, and TV dinners. And a lot of people would watch TV while they ate on TV trays. And fondue parties were especially popular, with cheese and chocolate fondue. And guests would gather around the fondue pot, dipping bread, fruit, and other treats. And candles were popular in the 70s. They would help dim the lighting, creating a cozy atmosphere for unwinding after a long day. People loved scented candles. And now let's talk about bedtime. As the day wound down, the evening skincare routine and the comforting ambience of the bedroom played a crucial role in preparing for a good night's sleep. Let's dive into the rituals and bedroom decor that defined the 70s. The evening skincare routine was essential for maintaining a healthy complexion. Women often began by removing their makeup with Pond's Cold Cream, a beloved product known for its rich, moisturizing formula. And Pond's Cold Cream effectively dissolved the makeup and impurities. A lot of people would use a Kleenex to do this. They would massage it into the skin and wiping it off with a Kleenex or warm cloth. And then for a deeper cleanse or even a double cleanse, you would then use Noxzema and use this after to really help remove the extra impurities and refresh the skin. And you would rinse Noxzema off with a cold water to help invigorate and tighten the pores. Next, we have a toner with witch hazel in it to help balance the skin's pH and remove remaining traces of all the cleansers. And witch hazel's natural properties would help make a gentle yet effective choice for many. And moisturizing was another crucial step, especially in the evening routine. And Nivea was a popular cream known for its rich moisturizing formula, and it was a favorite for providing deep hydration. And I still love Nivea to this day. Honestly, when I use it at night as like a thick mask over my other products, I always wake up super moisturized and nourished, and I love the texture of it and the scent. But make sure you get the original German Nivea. And the bedroom decor of the 70s was a blend of comfort and style, creating a serene retreat for winding down at the end of the day. Macrame wall hangings added a touch of handcrafted charm, reflecting the era's appreciation for crafts. Lava lamps with their mesmerizing slow-moving bubbles provided a soothing light source in the bedroom. Rotary phones, often in bright colors, were a common sight on nightstands, adding a functional yet stylish element. Quilted bedspreads and an abundance of throw pillows added layers of comfort to to the bed. Patterns range from florals to geometric designs, reflecting the bold aesthetic of the decade. Fluffing pillows and adjusting blankets was part of the nightly ritual, ensuring the bed was cozy and inviting. Setting the clock radio for the next morning was a nightly ritual. The soothing sounds of soft rock or easy listening stations often help to lull people to sleep. And I miss having one of those retro alarm clocks. I honestly want to buy one because I don't really like the idea of sleeping next to my iPhone, to be honest. With the lights turned off and the room bathed in gentle glow of the lava lamp, it was time to drift off to sleep. The cozy style bedroom provided the perfect sanctuary for rest and relaxation. And growing up in the 70s was a unique experience, filled with unforgettable moments and trends that continue to influence us today. And I really feel like it was an interesting decade. I wasn't alive during the 70s, but I am really fascinated by this decade. I don't know why, I just love the aesthetic of it. I feel like people just seemed happy back then. I don't know, maybe I'm just kind of fantasizing about it because I wasn't there. Let me know in the comments below. I always just get comments from everyone saying how much they enjoyed life in the 70s and things just seemed better back then. People seemed happier. Let me know your thoughts. Just seems like life was more affordable back then. Like more people could own houses. Now it just seems like it's something that most people can't obtain, at least where I live. I don't know. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know if you want me to do a day in the life of any other decades.